All right, guys, what's going on? Ghost here. I just wanted to talk about the Sharks. New season right around the corner. Suddenly, it's just kind of a strange feeling. It's a weird transition. We got Peter DeBoer as the head coach. First non-playoff season since they traded Owen Nolan, I think 2003. So, 12 years, since, not counting the lockout year, of course. It's been 12 years or 11 seasons since the Sharks did not make the playoffs. They're in a strange transitional situation. I think this team, they don't have a good defense. They're still very flawed, but they must win. Doug Wilson made a very aggressive move, and he's known to be aggressive to trade draft picks for players. We've seen that in the past. But he finally made a bold move, and that was trading a first round pick for Martin Jones. I don't exactly like that deal in terms of what they gave up, but I know some fans are very high on him as a goalie. I thought he was a good goalie, maybe worth a second or third round pick, but a first for a goalie is a little too much. I think that's a little too expensive, especially knowing what happened there. But he's going to be the guy, and they got to ride him. They believe he will be the goalie for hopefully the next hopefully the next 5 or 6 years. I think he signed under a 3-year deal, but this season's going to be all about him. It's really going to determine how good or not this team is, because I think the defense is still flawed. I don't think we really picked up anyone significant. The only signings that we made really was Joel Ward. That was the only nice signing that we made. But defensively, I just didn't see a whole lot. Uh, there's still going to be good players, and I still think Melker Carlson will develop. But we also need to see if Mirko Mueller can develop. That was the pick we traded up for a few years ago. He didn't look so good last year. They're hoping he pans out. I think the organization is trying to transition. Said the move from Joe Thornton and Patrick Marleau, eventually it's supposed to be about Logan Couture and Joe Pavelski, but I would have been tempted to sell high on Joe Pavelski. It would have been very tempting if there was an offer that was good or legit, but who knows? They're stuck to this core, and they're going to have to ride them. I'm not sure what to think about this team as a whole. I think they're going to score all right, but they got to work defensively. I still think the defense, ever since they moved Brett Burns back to the defense, they sucked on that side of the defensive side of hockey. I was very frustrated at that, and I know they're not going to switch them back to forward. So, one little move like that, and your whole season was a little screwy. Last year they started all right, but then their defense was bad. When I'm watching their penalty kill or the way they're playing, they just look scared out there. So I don't know what to think about this team. I think I think they're better than some teams out there, but last year showed, oh, okay, this team's going to suck, and was it they had a top 10 draft pick? Not that I'm really paying close attention to that, but there's no draft pick this year, so that means they got to win. I would be happy with just a playoff spot, honestly. This team, I still think this team is flawed defensively, and they look like a 500 team at best, but who knows? If Martin Jones lives up to the hype and what the Sharks invested in him, maybe he'll be all right. I mean, when he was with the Kings, I thought he was good. Thought he deserved a chance, but not for a first-round pick. I'm still kind of frustrated over that, but it just means you can't tank. There's no such thing as tanking with this team, and Doug Wilson will definitely make a buying move somewhere at the deadline. Of course, we're stuck with a guy like Mike Brown. Some of those disturbing contracts that Doug Wilson signed for, like a physical player. It was Adam Burris previously, who I believe they've bought out. Now they're stuck with Mike Brown for this year. I mean, just a terrible signing a year ago. I think Joe Ward will provide good secondary scoring. You can only hope Tomas Hertl will provide good scoring on the bottom as well. But I still think this team's a little too flawed. The Ducks, they're going to win in the regular season. We know that. The Kings will probably rebound. They got Milan Lucic now. The Oilers should not be in the cellar. I mean, now that they got the number one overall pick again, they know that feeling. But no, they should be much better now that Todd McClellan's coaching out there. The Flames had a pretty good season last year with Johnny Gaudreau, or Johnny Hockey, they've been calling him. Now the team in Alberta's, I think both the Alberta teams are finally getting better. But the Flames, much improved. Coyotes, I expect to be in the cellar. I'm not expecting a lot out of them. But and the Canucks are still going to be good. They're not great, but they're a decent team from what I've seen. So that puts the Sharks right in the middle. I just do not know what to think about this team. It really depends on how the Central Division does. Uh, I think we're better than the Oilers, Coyotes, and Flames, but the standings last year didn't say otherwise, so we'll see. Let me know what you guys think about this Sharks team. I'm still kind of meh on the whole thing. They might have a good run, they might have some wins here and there, but it will hinge on Martin Jones because I don't like the defense, as I've said before. So let me know what you guys think about the Sharks. I'm just kind of up in the air on it. We'll see you guys later. Go Sharks, and hopefully I'll make some videos mid-season or near the end of the season.